So welcome back to my garage. This is Gamer Dom. I'm back on the test server. The 914 test server went back up yesterday, so I thought I'd come and have a look and listen, more importantly, to the new sounds that are available in the game. Starts with this garage music, very dramatic, eerie, probably drive us insane fairly soon. So they've changed a lot around the sound, and I have to say pretty much all of it I think is fantastic. The gun sounds have improved. The things like when your vehicle gets hit has been changed. I'm not sure about that one. Sounds a bit like someone bashing a tin can, but whatever. Maybe it just is because it's different. This sort of ambient noise around the battlefield is a lot better, I think. And things like when you go through trees, you hear it much more clearly. Through water, you hear it much more clearly. So I think it's all great. It adds to the atmosphere and the feel of the game, which is to be applauded. There's also change to the physics, so you can turn tanks over. You'll see in one of the replays, or the second replay, that there's a fantastic moment where an enemy tank cliff dives onto another tank and then just rolls over. In the past that wouldn't have happened, but now with the new mechanics, tanks roll. You can also skid. Light tanks particularly can turn much more sharply if they need to by scrubbing a lot of speed off their manoeuvre, which is kind of interesting, gives another option to it. So that's why I'm going to take the T49 out, and we're going to see what we can do in terms of the physics and mobility. Also, the beauty of this tank is obviously it carries the 152 cannon, and that sounds good. It's a shame we're on Kharkov. It's not the best one to show off the effects of the physics. I would like something with a bit of a hill or something, but whatever. So the other thing that's changed is the engine sounds. So the tank engines, there you go, you can hear that starting up, and they are different apparently depending on whether you are driving a diesel or a gas petrol engine. Why that's important I don't know, but I guess it is all part of the authenticity. So we'll go out to the left because there's a few opportunities to try out some of the physics there. So immediately you hear the sound difference. Really cool. Go down the slope. See if we can do anything on this slope here. Well, yeah, look at that. And that's what you can do. That's a very vivid demonstration. Let's try a handbrake turn. I didn't really do that right. I lost too much speed when I did it, but what the heck. You can hear the ambient shells, the sound of all the shells flying around. That's all part of the changes that have gone on here. So I don't really want to die immediately, but so you can see the noise is fantastic now. Wow. Who's hitting me? Oh. Oh, well, that didn't last terribly long. I didn't even know he was firing at me. Probably artillery. There's a couple of them in the game, or 3 of them in the game. Anyway, let's go and have a look at some. Oh, now watch the artillery fire. It's not going to fire now, is he? Did the engine sound again? Very different. Whoa! We just came in time to see the FV215B fire that big boomstick, and that was a fantastic sound, wasn't it? I love the sound of this. The game is terrific with these new volumes, new sounds that are coming. Watch out, Mr. RT, there's a leopard about. Seen him? Is he going to fire? Again, I just think the the noise of these boomsticks going off is very, very impressive, and the ambient sound around the battlefield is great. You'll hear also, oh, there we go, that was a hit. See, this tank took a hit. There's a weird buzzer sound when your sixth sense goes off, which I don't like. See the boom boom stick again. 1,300 damage. Can you reload in time to have another one on this guy? Doesn't look like it. Now he's on fire. Let's put it up. Come on, 5B boom boom. Reload on this thing is very, very slow. Gosh, look how slow that is. Now he's loaded by the look of it. Isn't that sexy, that gun's fat? I think that gun sound is terrific. Absolutely terrific. Nobody's bound. Oh, that's interesting. I thought there was a audible warning when you were immobilised, or when you lost a module.
Drive on.
Nice. Nice. Let's see if the RT can fire, but he's going to die. Yeah, he's dead. Let's stick with our friend in the FV. He's having a laugh, blowing crap up. But he's all alone with an RT now. I like the sound of him. The engine sound on this thing is very impressive. The bigger tanks, the engine sounds fantastic. So I think congratulations Wargaming. I'm not entirely sure about the physics yet. You saw that Max had turned the T-49 over. I didn't suffer any damage doing it, which is interesting. Oh, RT's gone down. This guy's all alone. Can he go and finish off something? Oh, he's got somebody to his left. He's noticed it. He's dead. Okay. There you go. That buzzer. That buzzer. I thought was coming on every time he had a module damage. But when we were on the other track, unless it isn't on tracks anymore, because in the first iteration of the test server it was on tracks. There you go. There you go. That's the test server. Great new sounds. Engines are great. The gunfire is fantastic. I love the ambient sound of the battlefield going on. I think that's terrific. The physics, well, you saw, you can have to be a little bit careful in your light tanks. You can turn them over, or any tank for that matter. But also there seems to be a lot more mobility. You scrub around the battlefield. I noted it didn't show it on that one because it wasn't the ideal scenario, but you can slide around a lot more. So that's going to create some interesting dynamics when you're in lights or fast mediums, I think. So there's also the handbrake turn, which you get by hitting the space bar and then hitting a left or a right, and you should sort of skid around. It's not really a handbrake turn, but it's effectively, apparently locks the track, the opposite track. So if you're turning right, it will lock the right hand track and spin you around that way. So not the opposite, but you know what I mean. So that seems to be the way that one works. And you could see some really good applications, you know, when you're being chased by somebody, you know, particularly something like this, someone's behind you or coming up behind you, you can really viciously turn the moment you're loaded, and if you're successful and you can get the derp gun to do its stuff, fire immediately, and good riddance to whoever was chasing you. So I'll show you another replay I did yesterday, or a recording I did yesterday, which shows a bit more of the physics mechanics in action and a bit more of the beautiful sounds. So okay, so that's interesting. I thought we'd get a tier 10 match up, but we didn't. We've got Airfield, it's a tier 9 match.
Your assistance has been requested.
Well, we won't be able to talk, but who cares?
Platoon created.
That's it.
Time to roll out. A player has joined the platoon.
So let's see what we can do. Oh, I like the movement. Oh, look at that spin. Whee, that's fun. So that was what they're calling a handbrake turn. You hold the space bar down and hit the turn. Well, that's jolly good fun. Oh, I love the sound of the guns. The guns is fun. Okay, so I'm forgetting I'm not actually trying. This one does sound a bit like a lawnmower. Not sure about this one. Let's see what we can do. Get around the back here. Let's do another handbrake turn, just for the hell of it. Look at that, that's fun. So I guess if you've got someone following right behind you, that could be really useful. The rustling of the bushes there as you went round them. It's nice. I like what they're doing with the sound here. Oh, did you hear that whiz of that shell went past? I like that. And the reloading's kind of cool as well. Okay, he could see me, and the other one couldn't. Oh well, whatever. Let's have a look at some of these. Oh, don't look at him. It's too slow. He's just camping. Oh, when you get hit, you hear that? Well, I don't like the buzzing. So the buzzing apparently is when you get criticaled. What are these guys doing? They're just trying to commit suicide, or just, I don't know, fighting each other? Just a test server after all. Yep, they're fighting each other, okay. But I like the sound of the guns going off, that's kind of cool. So test server in action. Team killing team. Has he actually been banned for that? Looks like he might have been. This guy's just sitting here waiting to die. Oh, look at that mechanics, he rolled over. Look at that. Oh, that's brilliant. I like that. Oh, brilliant. So there you go. Bit of the mechanics anyway, you can see them. Didn't really do anything in the game, but interesting nonetheless, so yeah, whatever. I like the dive crash at the end, that was kind of cool. So there you go, that's the test server. A couple of games anyway, so you can see what it's like. Looks to be kind of interesting, doesn't it? The physics is going to make it interesting to control your tank, as you, particularly in the high speed tanks, like the light tanks when they're whizzing around. Looks like there's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but then I like the gunshots, I like the engine sounds, particularly like the shells whizzing around. I think that sounds great. The ambient noise of the battle going on around you is really, really impressive. Not 100% convinced about the sounds of when you're being hit. Sounds like you're being hit by someone smashing a pot with a hammer or something, but maybe that's what they sounded like. I don't know. Luckily I never had to find out, but yeah, not sure about it. I do not like the funny noise that comes on when you get a critical, but maybe that's just me, and I'm not overly keen on the Sixth Sense noise, but I guess that'll be addressed with mods when you get there. So anyway, Gamer Dom, thanks for watching. That's me on the test server, just trying out the sounds and some of the physics. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please click like, and I'll catch you another time. Thanks for watching. Enjoy yourselves. Remember, it is just a game.